All right, I'm gonna see if I can get one last Hornsteiner video in. All my other violins upstairs. I've been working on this violin for a long time to, make sure that the neck's set back in there. I did use Gorilla Glue. I know. How dare I? But nothing else was working, and I didn't want to use Latage's glue, so the Gorilla Glue is the final for this violin. But anyway. G on there. Strings. These strings. These are Dario Preludes, I think, or is it? No, they're not the Preludes. No, sorry, these are the Menzel bottom of the barrel, cheapest. Just for now, I do plan on getting good strings for it, but I want to make sure that this has come apart on me 5 times, right? So I went with Gorilla Glue. I know people are going to hate me. How dare you do that to such a prestige old instrument? Yeah. Okay, patch it now, fix it later. Okay, fix it good. And then we're doing it my way now. I can't even remember. That's how it goes, I know it. Yeah. It's not quite that fast, but... Okay, a 400-year-old riff on a 105-year-old violin. That's a cool riff. It's by attempt at one of the Locatelli. Basically, the precursor to Paganini was Locatelli about by 60 to 80 years. And if you're wondering where Paganini got his influence, it must have been Locatelli. I can almost guarantee. But anyway, so I'm playing around with this thing. Got it all tuned up. Semi-crooked straight. Yeah. When you have to kind of like make things work, But I got this out of an old violin shop in Ottawa for $75. I can't remember what I paid for the viola pegs that are in there because Prokop made the peg boxes really big. Bigger. And he made the holes bigger on this one. And that has led to impossible to replace pegs. Because I bought this as a kit, the pegs, just so, like, I love this. Like, I forget what kind of wood it is there. It's like, Indian wood or whatever. It's a very smooth with a subtle grain, but it just looks so good on the, on this thing. So it's like, and I had the matching pegs, really nice pegs, and I put the pegs in and went, whoop. It's like went all the way to the other end. It's like, oh, these pegs are too small. And so that's why I got bizarre looking viola pegs out there. They hold tuning, they work, So what I probably would like to do is get some Whitner tuners or something like that, and then because what I like about it is that I don't like anything here. I know the tuner, it makes life so much easier, but geared tuners are really, really sweet, and I've got one set of geared tuners, and all my the problem is getting nice looking geared tuners. Like these viola pegs were as close to that as possible, but they're not very nice, right? And even at that, I had to take them down from viola size to slightly larger than violin size, so it was but I made it work, I made it work. And again, how does it play? The action's good on it, so that again, as a multi-instrumentalist, I got all the heights where they were supposed to be for normal violin setup, but the thing is it doesn't quite work that way with this thing. This thing, you gotta kind of make it work. So it will, if you spend time with it, and you're actually a serious violinist, you could make this thing sound like $1 million. Sound-wise, actually, it's a very nice sounding violin. It's very clear. It's quite resonant, but it's very out front. It's very bright and out front. Where like my Hornsteiner's it's really big sounding. It's probably the loudest violin that's ever existed. But it has a sweeter sound. My Lionhead violin is probably the darkest sounding violin I've ever heard. And then my little Stradivarius, 1713 Stradivari copy, was another Czech violin. I don't know the manufacturer of it, but it was just, mass-produced Czechoslovakian, not Czech Republic, Czechoslovakian, that's how old it is. So it's probably from the 1940s, whatever. And that thing has a sweet sound, but it's not the loudest. It's probably the one that, but it's the, like if you were a soloist, this is the kind of instrument that you would probably want because it punches everybody in the face, metaphorically speaking. But yeah, no, it projects, it does all that. Again, the people like way up at the top, they look down on stuff like this. But these things I find them kind of special, like they're just because of the quirkiness of it. And when you make it work, it's like you can appreciate a violin. This one, it's not hard to play. It's just the spacing is a lot bigger. So you're not as tight up on it. So it is a full-size violin, but it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit longer than the last past 400 years of Stradivari. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not a Gurnardi pattern. It's not a Stradivari pattern per se. It's a Prokop pattern, and it's these things are going up in value if you find them now. Like a couple of years ago, one of these would retail probably around $400 to $700 in mint condition. Now, and then like an extreme condition would have been about $2,700. Now they're kind of like starting out like $2,000 and going up. Just rarity. It's not about the play. Once you get instruments that get over 100 years old, it's no longer just about the playability of them. But you can get lots of old instruments. Like, I mean, how many people have owned this thing? I know I've owned it for 20, probably since 2015, so 10 years. I've had it for 10 years of its life. So the other 95 years, who had it? Like how long did it sit in that basement that I bought it from? Like maybe he had it for 20 years. I don't know. But there's probably a lot of stories. If these things could tell stories, it'd be fantastic. You know what I mean? Like who owned it, what they were like. Can you imagine being a conscious violin saying, okay, it's like this. Okay, this is the life of a violin, and I'll end the video here. Okay, so you're a violin, and you're conscious about every player you've ever had, and you got not perfect, but not too bad, tolerable. And then it's like the guy does this Paganini masterpiece. Thank you, everybody. Grabs his heart, falls over. Somebody grabs the violin. Hey, look, I got a violin. I'm gonna learn to play it. And you go through it for the next 10 years each time. So 9 times or 10 times of going through beginners. That could be hell as a violin. Yeah, that could be. That could be really bad. But it would tell you all the stories of the people that sawed away on these things, and yeah. Anyway, there we go. So one last look at the back there. 1920 Prokop violin. There we go.